Hello and welcome. Today we're at the headquarters of the Society of Certified Senior Advisors here in Denver, Colorado. My name's Janice Blanchard, and I'm a gerontologist and president of Aging Better Together, a consulting firm that's shifting the paradigm from aging in place, often alone, to aging in community, where elders are able to remain in their home and meaningfully connected to their community. I've been working with the Society of Certified Senior Advisors since 2001, starting off writing journal articles and continuing on until I became the editor-in-chief of the CSA Journal. Today, I continue to work for the Society of Certified Senior Advisors in an advisory capacity, contributing articles to the journal, and working on the textbook. With me today is Rick Moody from the Office of Academic Affairs at AARP in Washington, D.C. Rick and I have known each other for 21 years, going back to the time that I was a graduate student and working at the Florida Policy Exchange Center on Aging in Tampa, Florida. One of Rick's books, Aging Concepts and Controversies, was actually my textbook. So our history goes back a long time. Thank you for joining us today.
Delighted to be here.
Rick, we've long anticipated this age wave that has been building for some time and is now crusted upon our shores. As 78 million baby boomers begin to turn 65 at a clip of 10,000 a day, do you see this change in the demographic transition as being one of a silver tsunami or a golden wave of opportunity?
I think it's an opportunity, and it's particularly an opportunity for certified senior advisors, because more and more people are going to be facing challenges and questions that they're unprepared for. And CSAs are exactly the people who can help them find good answers to the problems they're facing. I've learned in talking to CSAs around the country that they have vast experience, and one of the great opportunities that we're going to have in Orlando is for CSAs to meet one another and for me to listen to them and for us to build on that experience and do a better job.
Rick, throughout most of human history, most of societies, cultural institutions, and programs and services have been directed at families, young adults, and children. As we go through this demographic transition, we're beginning to see a need placed greater on the wants and needs of older adults. What do you see the role to be of certified senior advisors as we go through this transition? What's the value that they bring to the professions that they're in?
The CSA role is to be the advisor to people facing questions about what my friend Richard Leider calls the 3 M's: money, medicine, and meaning. So people have choices to make about how they spend their money as they face retirement, about medicine as they face unexpected chronic illness questions, and meaning: where are they going to live? How are they going to spend their time? These are all questions where senior advisors can make a big contribution.
Rick, one can barely open a newspaper these days or listen to the news where we're not bombarded by changes that are going to affect our population with regard to Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. And more to the point these days is the Affordable Health Care Act. From your perspective, how are the policy trends in Washington changing? And how is this going to affect an aging population?
Well, for this next year, we're lurching from crisis to crisis around Social Security and Medicare. But actually, we don't have a crisis. We have a long-term challenge, and we can fix those programs without too much problem. The real change this year will be through the Affordable Care Act, which is going to change health care in America, I think, in positive ways in years to come. And 2 examples are making hospital discharge planning more efficient and also providing more attention to prevention and health promotion. We need more attention in both these areas.
Rick, I'm excited to hear that you're going to be speaking as a keynote presenter as well as at a session at the CSA conference in August in Orlando. Can you give us a little preview about what you might be talking about?
In our plenary session, we're going to be talking to all the CSAs and the questions that they face as advisors to older people. When do people need advice? When can they take advice? How do we give them the best advice on financial matters, on health care, on finding meaning in the later years? We're going to be talking about all these things. When it comes to ethical dilemmas, we're going to be talking about home care settings, because home care is an area that's been neglected, and we need to pay more attention to the role of caregivers and the ethical challenges that they face.
Rick, in recent years, there's been a new proliferation of credentials and education trainings and programs to bring professionals up to speed with aging issues. I'm wondering what your thoughts might be about the CSA certification and how it compares or contrasts with these other educational programs that are emerging.
Certified senior advisors are the primary care advisors. They deal with the entire spectrum of aging and its options and challenges. We need the specialists, and CSAs can help advise on where to get the best specialists, but CSAs will remain the primary source of contact for these questions in the future. One of the exciting things that I find about CSA is the role of continuing development and education through a variety of means. For example, the conference that we're going to be having in Orlando is face-to-face, but we're going to see lots of other methods of communication: journals, publications, emails, all kinds of means of using distance learning to connect with people. This is going to be the vehicle for the future, and continuing education will never stop.
One last question. Do you have any words of advice or thoughts for CSAs that may be considering attending the conference in Orlando?
Attending the conference is going to be a great opportunity to learn from other CSAs. I had the occasion recently to meet with CSAs in Los Angeles. I'm going to meet with another group here in Denver soon. In Orlando, we'll all have the opportunity to learn from one another and build on our experience.
Thank you, Rick, for coming.
Janice, it's been such a pleasure to see you again and to be here for this conversation. I'm looking forward to more.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you there, Rick.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for stopping by today. We've been talking to Rick Moody from the AARP office in Washington, D.C. We're looking forward to hearing more of Rick's thoughts this August at the CSA conference in Orlando. We hope to see you there.